I am the pseudo-scientist of hair loss. That's right. I mean, I can think of 3 reasons right off the bat. Okay? For one, I talk about rosemary oil. It's not big pharma, it's not medicine, it's essential oils. Now, I've said before, whether or not it actually works as far as stopping hair loss, I don't know, but I'm going to be, or already am, the main person on the internet in the history of the world to document my findings and share that with you in real time and let you be the judge. Because I don't have stock in essential oil, and definitely big pharma's not happy about it. You know, essential oil is an enemy to big pharma. So there's that. There's the fact that I have question marks whether or not rosemary oil is helping prevent further hair loss. Now, on a personal level, I don't care whether it works, but if I can be the host of that information, or the source of that information where people come to, that's smart on my part. So am I using pseudoscience to get people in the door, knowing that so many of my videos are about, or my most popular videos are about rosemary oil? It is a good marketing tool. It is a good way to get people here. So if we're giving me a grade on this, I'd have to say fair enough. If we want to say that I'm a pseudo-scientist because I talk about rosemary oil as an experiment on myself, I'll give you that. I'm definitely a pseudo-scientist on that one. Let's talk about the next one. I don't talk about it as much, but I talk about the fact that I'm a vegan, and I relate that to hair loss. I say, just like with the rosemary oil, what if the fact that I've been a vegan for over 5 years has something to do with me still having the hair that I do have? What if I somehow outsmarted my destiny when it came to how much hair I was supposed to have because I have eaten no eggs, meat, or dairy in over 5 years? And I've been a vegetarian for 6.5 and kosher, meaning no pork or shellfish, for 9.5 years. What if that has some effect on it? Because there are so few male vegans in the entire world. Especially, I'm the only one relating it to hair loss, saying, what if, maybe. Is that pseudoscientist for me to say that? Does that make me a pseudoscientist? I think we have to agree that it does. But I think too, though, pseudoscience is going to be by default the enemy of big pharma. If it doesn't help convince people they need to be on medication and take a pill every day, then it's by default I am an enemy of big pharma. No one in big pharma knows who I am, but they definitely won't like me as I get more popular. So rosemary oil, being a vegan, and then lastly, of course, this is what inspired the video, is I have recently made some videos talking about my strong beliefs. I believe that young men who look at pornography on a regular basis have lower self-esteems and are more triggered by their hair loss. I believe there's a connection. I believe that pornography back in the 1950s was Playboy. By the 80s, it was VHS tapes. And then by the 2000s, the younger generation, the people actually watching my videos and most affected and worried about their hair loss, that's their version of porn. And it is much more consuming than generations from before. And as someone who's never looked at pornography, I'm that much more of a person to acknowledge, hey, this is an issue, because I'm clearly a very confident person. And I'm speaking to a group of people who largely, for the most part, is not, because of their hair loss being the trigger of it. So does that make me a pseudoscientist? Yeah, I guess so. Because if you try to ask people, is pornography destructive for one's life, most people are going to probably say no. The only people who are going to say that it is are probably really religious people. Now here's the thing though, I am a religious person, but it's not because of religion that I'm saying this. Sure, maybe my views have been shaped by religion and morality, but hopefully as you've watched my channel, you realize that one of the main things I care most about on this channel is psychology, overcoming hair loss with your brain. That's the whole point. So naturally, I'm going to be focused on the psychology of pornography. And it takes one to know one, right? Well, I haven't known it, so I can actually, somehow that the opposite's true. I'm able to see, hey, you and you and you and you, all of you, you're looking at pornography every day and you have a low self-esteem compared to generations from before. And I know that social media doesn't help, but pornography is a completely something else. So yeah, you know what? I'm going to embrace my title. I am the leading pseudo-scientist of hair loss. And you know what? I'm proud of it.